man David Basil is just down the hall from us, the Arkansas linebacker that helped name this trophy the Golden Boot 30 years ago. Razorbacks will come out at the 25-yard line. It's going to be great to celebrate this rivalry in the backfield. On second down, Green rolls against his body and throws back wide open. There's Jaden Platt for a first down. On 1st and 10, Green at midfield, dumps it off underneath. What a grab. And in space, Omega Blake gets down past the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 16, make it 17. It's Lassiter, the fullback, and it's a trouble with the exchange. LSU football, Jack Pyburn.
Well, Green turned around, he's pitching it straight back because it's going to be a downhill run. And you mentioned it, Taylor, just didn't field the pitch cleanly. Ball ends up on the ground, and that's a huge takeaway. Arkansas was moving the football almost at will, running it.
Now 3rd and 8 with Durham in the backfield. Van Buren. And he's going to be short of the first down. He's pushed out of bounds by big Cameron Ball.
That continues their streak this season. They haven't had a single game-opening drive that resulted in a touchdown.
Grant Chadwick's punt is blocked, and it's picked up, and that's a touchdown. Caleb Wooden and Wyatt Simmons were in there, and it's Wooden who scores 15 yards.
Takes it right off his foot. That's textbook. Boy, it could have been either one of them. Wyatt Simmons or Wooden. Just overwhelming the LSU protection. In those third and obvious scenarios like this one.
And he will roll to the right and throw on the move, incomplete. Looking for Tradez Green. And they run it with Green, and he gets the first down. And a fresh set of downs inside the 38. Now a little trickeration. It's Sharp who ends up with the ball, gets a block from his quarterback, and a first down. Green still has the ball, and he's got a first down as he throws it to his tight end, Jaden Platt. Green will take off, and Taylon Green's got a touchdown. That is his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. One of the best running quarterbacks in the game.
It's a great first down run to open up the playbook.
On 2nd and 3, Van Buren a shovel pass, and Durham has the first down. Durham out, Berry back there in the backfield. Van Buren to throw to Berry. And Berry with a burst of speed gets a first down into Razorback territory. Tuscaloosa, he's out, Durham back in. Van Buren still with the ball, slings it down there and finds his big target Xavion Thomas. First down, Tigers. Up 2 scores on LSU, but the Tigers are driving. Caden Durham. Durham gets loose, and he scores. The leading ground gainer this season for the Tigers. A 27-yard touchdown.
Great job up front, just cover them up. Good job by that offensive front, finishing blocks downfield. LSU really only showing 3 designated rushers.
They get a little pressure on him, though, and he has to throw it into the LSU bench. Harold Perkins put Green on the ground.
His ability to fire players up on all sides of the football.
His offense is out there now, and it's a first down ball. Best one from Van Buren today to Barryon Brown, who sits down at the 41-yard line. It's a 20-yard completion.
That time able to complete it downfield for that conversion.
Van Buren, it seems like there's some communication problems there with Harlem Berry. And
the big guys up front. Of course, you got to keep that trigger man healthy, and Nussmeier, I think, has been struggling with it all year.
On 3rd and 5, plenty of time. Van Buren dumps it off. Good ball to Durham, and Caden is inside the 35. This one a 3rd and 6. This one he's pressured and he's going down. Justice Boone on the sack. to force a long field goal try, you would think. Damian Ramos, the school record holder with 62 career field goals. This one is number 63 from 50 yards away. But everyone that has loved on Frank throughout his life, as he coaches the Tigers here today in Death Valley. Talon Green spins around and throws into traffic, and is it intercepted? It is.
I think it was Harold Perkins Jr. again. What a game. Trying to get the ball to Omega Blake. We've called him multiple times in this game. Now the second takeaway for the LSU. You got to be thinking four down territory.
On fourth and a foot, and hold on.
And if you're Arkansas, they're going to get LSU for a procedure here.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Remains fourth down.
What a career by the senior from Baltimore.
So LSU able to get points right there, but I got to say, Arkansas defense, that's twice now in this game.
Flags are down. Green is running for a first.
Offside. Defense number 88 lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Last time.
On 3rd and 4, wide open first down ball into LSU territory goes Raylan Sharp.
Some of that pressure getting to him late.
24 yards there. Now Green again has a wide open receiver, and Courtney Crutchfield made that grab. Green throws, and it's intercepted. He threw it right to Mansour Delane.
Now I put this one on Omega Blake. You got to finish this route, so he's trying to fight across the face, and he just lays down on it. I don't know what he was thinking he was doing right there. He was working to get across of Mansour Delane's face by the LSU defense.
It's the 6th of Delane's collegiate career, and LSU run the ball with Caden Durham. They do have 2 timeouts left.
You mentioned timeouts in your pocket, but we have not seen the ball go downfield for this LSU offense yet.
Harlem Berry. Berry has a first down, and 2 good LSU runs. Van Buren will load up, he'll throw. Deep ball, incomplete. Berry on Brown, though. There are flags on the field. Brown tried to run under it.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot includes an automatic first down.
LSU does get the ball to start the second half. Van Buren surveys and throws, and that's caught inside the 25 by Thomas. And LSU takes the lead. Looked like the Tigers were uncertain on whether or not the clock was going to run there.
Yeah.
Why they frantically ran onto the field, and they get the 3. On the first play, Van Buren's going to take a shot. One-on-one ball over there, and caught by Xavion Thomas. Van Buren fakes to Berry. Facing pressure, goes down from the backside. Xavier Sori got it. And now 3rd and 11 out of field goal range. Van Buren steps up into a throw, and that's incomplete. Threw it right into traffic against the eventual national champions. It's Green keeping it. Talon gets free. There goes Green. Stays on his feet all the way down to the 30. 55 yards to Marcus Cooley made the tackle to save a touchdown, and now it's Washington. Washington inside the 10, 1st and goal Razorbacks. Washington. No. Green keeps it. No signal yet. Turnover on downs.
What a stand at the goal line.
On 3rd and 7, he'll take off again. He'll get the first down. He steps up and throws. It's deflected by a Razorback. 4th down.
They'll have decent field position.
Chadwick. Beautiful punt. Sends Shank back near his 35-yard line. He gets the edge. Here goes Shanks. Cam is out of bounds in LSU territory. On 4th and 6, Green, it's a first down, and the flags are on the field as Sharp gets inside the 20.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 11. The penalty's half the distance to the goal added to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
Washington, touchdown!
They want to get the ground game going. And that first drive, they were able to move it all the way down to the goal line, couldn't punch it in. And Washington, that's a patient run.
Brought to you by Dos Equis. Talon Green facing pressure. Here he goes out the backside. Can he make it? Yes! Wow! How about the acrobatic move by the quarterback there?
LSU's got speed on defense. Talon Green's been caught.
Caden Durham joining Van Buren in the backfield, and now swing it across the middle to Destin Hill here near the end of the 3rd. And there's Washington breaking tackles and gets a first down. Green is under pressure. He's down. Pocket collapse, so did he. Bernard Gooden. And Talon Green and the Hogs out there now, handing this off to Sharp. And Raylan runs up past the 45. On 2nd and 4, Jawan Johnson. And at quarterback, Jawan's got a first down. Van Buren throws. It is caught. First down. Good grab by Brown. Gets the ball, keeps the ball, throws the ball. First down. There's Green. Into Razorbacks territory down to the 37-yard line. Here's the toss. Here we go. And Van Buren can throw. And it's caught. That's Kyle Parker. Van Buren throws. Back shoulder incomplete. Thomas the intended target. There's the flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 13. The 15-yard penalty includes an automatic first down.
Punted it away. It's been all LSU since. Van Buren drifting, escaping, throwing, touchdown! Bauer Sharp.
He's able to escape again. So if you're going to rush inside, you better get home, based on what we've seen so far.
Talon Green throwing downfield. Good ball into LSU territory. It's a first down to C.J. Brown.
At all times when this defense is on the sidelines.
On this play, look at Washington bounce it out. It was going to be a tackle for loss. Instead, it's a first down run for 13 yards. Green has time. Good ball on the sideline, and Raylan Sharp didn't catch it. The freshman has been outstanding this year. Wide right.
At the Arkansas defense here in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd and 16, Van Buren pumps, gets out of there. He's got plenty of room. It's a first down into Arkansas territory. In the pistol set, that's Barry behind Van Buren. Harlem, that's a first down.
What a cut by Barry.
To the 20. And it is Barry. And it is a first down. And he's going to go down wisely. That basically puts the game away. Smart move by the freshman there to ice the victory for LSU when Frank became the interim head coach And Frank now has a win here in Tiger Stadium. And a Gatorade bath too.